When we learn to work with our own inner nature and with the natural laws operating around us, we reach the level of Wu-Wei. Then we work with the natural order of things and operate on the principle of minimal effort. This is the art of effortless action. Listen now.
Hey, you're listening to Mystic Dummies. This is your host, Jennifer.
And this is Siona.
This podcast is where we bring our life experiences, have conversations, and shine a light upon everyday mysteries.
From mysteries of this world to the mysteries of ourselves, we talk about it all.
If you're looking for a sign, this is it. Tune in to Mystic Dummies every week right here. I believe that when we follow the natural order of things and just allow things to unfold and happen, it brings to us the best, what we couldn't even imagine. Because the best things are completely out of our awareness and our wildest thoughts.
Exactly. This is what Benjamin Hoff was trying to say. Since the natural world follows that principle, it does not make mistakes. Mistakes are made or imagined by man, the creature with the overloaded brain, who separates himself from a supporting network of natural laws by interfering and trying too hard. The natural world follows this principle and does so effortlessly without making any mistakes. When man interferes too much with nature, it creates obstructions. There is a principle. The natural world follows this principle and does so effortlessly without making any mistakes. When man interferes too much with nature, it creates obstructions. There is a Chinese principle regarding this. It's called the Wu-Wei. It essentially means not doing or doing nothing.
Well, that sounds good. Just not doing anything.
That sounds like a pleasant invitation to relax or worse, fall into laziness and apathy. Yet, however, this concept is the noblest kind of action according to the philosophy of Taoism. At the highest
According to the philosophy of Taoism.
according to the philosophy of Taoism. At the heart of it, it means to follow the Tao or the way. It doesn't mean not acting, rather an effortless action. The essence of Tao's philosophy is living in harmony with the Tao or the way. But how do we know what the way really is? That remains a mystery. It is beyond our comprehension and cannot be understood by our senses. We cannot take hold of it, but the goal here is to live in agreement with it.
Yeah, that's very true. The way nature works is mysterious. Sometimes we may never understand. However, wisdom lies in just observing it and learning from it. It's always showing us the way, but we try to resist it. I really like this concept of an effortless action. It sounds like the perfect deal. Doing a task, yet not feeling like this is too much or that I need to force anything to make it happen. Giving yourself the permission to just let it flow. Flow is so important. Just imagine you're doing a task and you spend hours doing it, yet don't feel tired. This is also a form of meditation, just engrossing your mind and soul into doing something and just letting it happen. We can combine stillness of mind with action. And if we are completely in the present moment, our actions will flow effortlessly without friction.
Absolutely. This principle also strives that a behavior is as spontaneous and inevitable as certain natural processes. It strives that we are swimming with rather than against the currents. It says that we are like the bamboo that bends in the wind or the plant that adjusts itself to the shape of a tree or like water taking the shape of the container it is put into. It invites us to let go of ideals and instead respond to the true demands of a situation, which we can achieve only when we put aside our ego driven plans.
There are so many times when we don't actually see the true demands of the situation, but of what we want to see and what we need to do so that we can go home and say, we've done our job well. We are focused on results to an extent that we forget to focus on the task at hand. And sometimes we put so much effort and energy into something and it still doesn't turn out well, and sometimes worse.
Yes. Another essential teaching of Taoism is gentleness. With forcing, we might get the job done, but we end up spending much more energy than required. One in a state of flow approaches a task intelligently, knowing when to act and when not to, and find a balance between action and non action.
Exactly. I read one thing by Alan Watts. He uses the example of a sailing boat. He explains that rowing is a rather thoughtless way of pushing a boat across the water. This is because it requires immense strain and hardship to move against the current of a body of water. On the other hand, sailing uses the forces of nature, namely the power of the wind, to skillfully move and maneuver the boat. Rather than going against nature, sailing requires that you flow through nature effortlessly.
Yes. I guess this is what going with the flow means in a more profound way. Often we are asked to strive hard to get results and burn ourselves out. We mistake passiveness as laziness. Often results do not equal the energy we spend, rather, results are the consequence of actions. Taoism compares life to a river which already has a course. Once we are in the river, we can swim against the current, hold on to a branch, or let go and swim with the stream. When we flow with the river, it is a path of least resistance.
Exactly. Wu-Wei can be applied to all aspects of our everyday life. When we are trying to accomplish a task, we are so focused about wanting a certain result that we forget to enjoy the process in itself. Just take a moment and think, what is this trying to teach you? Are you open to learning or are you resisting it? You can only paddle against the current for so long. You have to know when effort is useful and when it is wasted.
For instance, you may be angry that your partner left you or sad that you lost your job. You must allow yourself to embrace these emotions as they come and go. Be present in the pain and sadness that you are suffering from. Do not resist them. Do not try to hold on to the past or beg for a better future because this will only cause unnecessary pain and struggle. Just like rowing the boat against the current. You can only do this once you realize that there is no alternative. You have to flow with the moment and accept the twists and turns of the stream, as there is no other experience that is not in the present. Trying to resist the present moment is futile and will only cause more pain. It is the understanding that allows one to receive the profits of Wu-Wei.
Yeah, the same is with love. You cannot try to make yourself love that which you do not love. It is against nature. You will constantly try to grasp something that is not there. Love is, as with other emotions, spontaneous. It is a falling sensation that can happen instantly or over time. Again, embrace the fall and do not resist it. In summary, Wu Wei describes authenticity. It is a reminder to align with the present and accept the flow and the course of nature. It teaches us, be like water, my friend. Well, We had a deep conversation today.
Yes, and I really hope everyone can reap the benefits from Wu-Wei. It's there for us to discover and allow it into our life. Anyway, that's it for today. We'll see you next week with a brand new episode. Until then, this was Siona.
And this was Jennifer.
Mystic Dummies signing off.